Hello, it's the 28th of September. The weather has definitely changed. It's getting a bit fresh in the mornings now, but it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. And I thought first of all I'd just check up on the cygnets. The cygnets have gone back to the nest. Memories, eh? However, I can only see Mum, Dad and two cygnets here, so have two of them already been chased away by the parents, which is, I think, what happens. I've just noticed one of the others in the middle pond, a bit lower down. Aha! Experiencing a bit of independence. Given that sighting of number 3, I think I shall quickly circumnavigate the middle pond, see if I can see anything else, if I can see the other one. Only 3 now by the looks of it. There's also the bottom pond, but normally that's the place where the Canada geese and the coots hang out, and the Canada geese disappeared, must be a good month, probably more ago now. I always wonder how this tree got its bizarre shape. It's all pointing downwards. This is the site where the Extinction Rebellion camp was, just here. This part of the path between the trees had hedge parsley lining both sides in the spring and summer. I remember vlogging about how much I love to see it. Reminds me of my childhood. Well, they've got it all back now. I think in general they've got a really nice balance between management and tending and letting things be a bit wild here in the park. Actually, I think that might be my natural pace. A few years yet, perhaps. You can see how the grass has worn away at the side of the path. Now here they're restoring it. They've gone to great lengths to cover the seeded grass with this sort of canvas, which I suppose lets the light and the moisture in, stops us standing on it. It's an awful lot of work though, and I'm not sure it makes any sense at all. I'll show you why in a moment. Hello. I obviously just don't do it without much. So the makeshift gym, which has been in use now since the lockdown measures eased in, I think it was early July, is still being used quite a lot here. I think some trainers are actually holding their sessions here. It was very busy one day last week when I went past. They've put a new surface on it as well. It looks like tarmac from here, but actually it's a bit softer. Quite good, I think, for doing some exercises on. I've always loved acorns. I don't know why. Again, it really reminds me of my childhood. It reminds me of my mum as well. She taught us the names of all these trees and fruits and so on. It's really sad that, you know, we're all losing connections with this sort of thing, I think. There's a huge conker in the park too. I'll show you that in a moment. There's a real riot of colours and a real sense of autumn abundance with all these acorns and conkers and berries. Well, it's certainly the biggest one in these parts. Maybe we'll settle for that. I think these are wild cherries. I was talking about the painstaking restoration of the verges, and it has actually worked at this side of the path, and it's really quite recently that they took away the covering here. See this lovely young grass, incredibly soft to touch. The problem is they did the same at the other side. It's back to just how it was, rather predictably, I think. Back to the house now. Just time to get some breakfast in before my Basque lesson, I think. I used to wait half an hour at least after running before eating, but my timing's been a bit off these days. I've stopped doing that. Haven't noticed any unpleasant side effects or any side effects at all yet, to be honest. Bit of weed killing going on the street, I think. I've never seen that before. I've just got 20 minutes now before the Basque lesson for quick breakfast. It's only 12 degrees outside, but I'm feeling warmed up and emboldened on this beautiful morning after my run to have breakfast in the garden. Who knows how many times I'll still be able to do that this year. After that healthy start, this is very much a breakfast of two halves. You see, one of my housemates moved out the other day and he bequeathed us some pastries. It'd be positively rude not to eat them. See you next time.